I'm happy that we discussed, we looked at the irregular and regular verbs. So some people now can differentiate between regular and irregular verbs. Also with irregular and irregular nouns. So now we know when we are supposed to add an ed, when we are supposed to add an s to certain words when we are changing them from present to past tense, from singular to plural. Okay. So today I want us to look at the different reading skills which you need to apply when you are attempting paper 1. So these skills are so we have skimming, we have scanning, and also inference. So as we are going to discuss these reading skills, so it's important for us to look at also these things. So let me try to explain the different reading skills. So when we talk of skimming, that is a skill that you need to apply when you are analyzing the questions. So you need to analyze the different words used by the writer in the questions. So for instance, you can look at the WH questions. The who, the what, the how, the when. So all those words determine what you should look for in the passage when you are reading the passage to get an answer. So skimming applies when you are analyzing the question. It also applies when you are reading the passage. So it entails a quick reading of the passage in order to locate where the answer is. So once you identify the answer in the passage, then you slow down. That is when you apply scanning. So scanning, that is when you are reading for a purpose of getting an answer, a specific and accurate answer. So precision applies in paper 1. So you need to be precise, accurate. So in order to be precise and accurate, you need to apply these skills. So that's why if maybe you are picking a word, maybe it's a noun. So as we all know what nouns are, as we all know that what verbs are. So regular or irregular. So then when you punctuate them, you have to be accurate in terms of what? Punctuation. If it's a proper noun, you have to begin it with a capital letter. If it's a common noun, you don't have to use a capital letter. So that means you are precise and accurate in the way you write it. Maybe it's a clause or a phrase or a sentence. If it's a sentence, you know that you have to begin it with a capital letter and end it with a full stop. Okay? So that is skimming and scanning. So mostly we are supposed to be as brief as possible when we are writing our answers. So in order to finish the paper, which takes about 1 hour 30 minutes, you should be as quick as possible. You should apply speed. Okay? So you need to be neat. You have to avoid cancelling. Before you write your answer, because you have applied skimming and scanning, you will be sure the nature of the word. You will be sure the part of speech you are writing, which words are supposed to be written in caps, which are not supposed to be written in caps, and even the punctuation marks. Okay? Then the last skill is inference. When we infer, that is when you deduct from what you have read in the passage. So you apply your knowledge from what is in the passage. So the answer is not in the passage. So inference helps you to understand the passage so that you can give your thoughts, you can give your feelings, or you appreciate the language or how the writer has used language in the passage. Okay, so again, you cannot divorce the 3 skills. So you have to link them, or you have to use all of them when you are answering questions. Okay, so I'm going to give you some passages where I would like to see you finishing within a short space of time, so that you are brief as possible and then apply the skills. So skimming, scanning. So we are reading for the the answer. No matter how interesting a passage could be, don't read for enjoyment, but read for doing what? Picking the answers. Okay? So, we are saying you apply precision. So, you don't have to give information that is excessive. So, they say access denies. So, you need to be specific and precise when giving your answers. Okay? So, you have to be as brief as possible. Okay? So, we said we have these reading skills which help us to apply these concepts that are required for paper 1, which is precision, accuracy, neatness, and speed. Okay? So, I hope we are clear. Huh? So, I hope now as I'm going to give you these activities, I want us to do them within a period of about 15 minutes. Okay? So it should be done in 15 minutes time. Applying all these reading skills. Okay?